I think that's exactly what Japan should be focusing on.
Yeah.
Why Japanese people cannot show them the differences between Chinese engineering company and Japanese engineering company?
So if the Japanese government would put the money in the project with the scope of work of the building and engineering, just engineering, installation, and system to provide a system. So this is not how we are able to compete well with the Chinese. The scope itself is not good for us.
You mean shallow scope?
Yes, ODA, just ODA. The definition of doing the ODA is to build hardware, to put hardware, and with some kind of the software and system.
Exclude
But yeah.
So
but we
basically,
have to sell out to hand over the system to them.
right.
But what actually they want to know is how they would utilize this system to make their city better.
Yeah. No,
but
I
software is our advantage, but we cannot sell them.
Yeah, this is not how Japanese.
Well, maybe we
Japanese
don't
do.
have a unique example, an advantage in the software in all these things, but we do have, and I really believe that engineering, the design, the thoroughness, the experience, Japan has an infrastructure, especially Tokyo, has an infrastructure that is unique positioned in the world, and this kind of knowledge and know-how to be at the essence, at the core of the entire project, but not sticking to delivering the goods and bringing Japanese people in with that is actually what it should be like. So let go of having to deliver all the raw materials and things like that, and I understand money can be made, but Japan doesn't have any brand value in that. We have the brand value in actually designing, thinking it through, having all the experience. Basically, you could make the same movie about Japanese railway system, not about the materials, but about the people who are under the ground, the behavior, the concerted effort. That you could make the same thing as
why,
a really
why
good brand.
Chinese can sell railway system to Africa?
They're cheaper.
Why? No, cheaper is not.
Yeah,
only
because they're cheaper.
Not only the reason. Okay, there no system, right?
Actually, sometimes no system.
Just only
The what?
hardware.
Yeah, the government.
Cheaper.
No, I'm talking about. Okay, just
Plus,
how we're going to.
They
Japan.
do all the financing there.
Okay, no. My point is not that. Most important is how to avoid accident. How to keep train on schedule, right? But they don't have kind of system.
I don't think in Africa they even have the hope of staying on schedule.
Yeah. They need that.
Moody.
For
Everyone
what,
who's trying to
Tanzania?
sell that in Africa can forget about it.
I think nowadays Tanzania is all trains made by China. I think Tanzania.
Yeah, probably, because actually,
Yeah.
basically China has been handing out money to Tanzania and Kenya and all these countries without any strings attached. So strings attached. So basically, Tanzania has a big debt with China, which they will be gently reminded of, but by the time that they're going to build the railway station. So yeah, of course, that's already lost. I think there's no way that Japan will be able to get in there. It's just already lost. That is the work of years and years of providing money for free, without being urusai about human rights and what have you. I don't think we will be able to win anything there.
Okay, my aspect is Japan has
In the US, maybe. If
very unique.
US ever is going to build up a high-speed railway network, maybe. Is it?
US.
No, Japanese.
Or Japanese or
Yeah.
French one? I forgot.
Yeah,
Astron.
AFG.
Astron?
I'm not sure, but they're one of the the TGV is
Okay.
yeah.
For US.
Yeah, maybe in OECD countries, maybe Japan has a good opportunity.
Okay, my opinion is Japan has unique skill and know-how. One is system, one is how to make sushi, and we have lots of industry. We have human belonging or human sort of kind of skills we have. So those skills we can export, including system. So how to do that? This is, I think, value added. But overseas people, they do not recognize.
Well, I think what Takahashi-san was very rightfully mentioning here is very important. That we're always integrating the whole stuff, right? In Japan, we have a tendency to, like a karetsu mentality, that basically we can create a solution from the start till the end. But that's not where we are competing. We are competing at every step of the way. And where does our true, unique value lie? I think at the bottom, at the experience, at the really core essence of the product, of the high-speed railway technology. Not necessarily the software, not necessarily the materials that we're using, not necessarily the assembly, but really going to the heart at designing a system that is foolproof, that is safe, that is taking into account everything that is necessary to take into consideration about not only the system itself, but, like, for example, the economic relevancy, the frequency at which you need to run trains, and what have you, safety. That is where they have the unique value. But don't try to put everything together, because you will lose. Because there are many steps in that supply chain where China can be almost as good at a much better price point. So you have to play better. You have to sell what you're good at, but where you have a unique advantage, and don't try to control every step of the way.
So we can show them all map, but focus on this area.
Yes, and an important point is to create some fighting ground that is where the Japanese could make advantage against Chinese, for example, not only to install the train system, but also with the Japanese project, the people is going to have the better attitude. Just they could wait in line when they're waiting for the train.
Yes.
So for example, with the Chinese project, it doesn't care the people how they act in accessing the public service. They might always think to take advantage, to take over line, to step in the line to get the train first.
Yeah.
So this is something to make the service confused. But with the project, the social education is also included. So that might be our selling point. But with current ODA, the scope of ODA, we couldn't sell that point. So doing something different to make the new form of the project, new form of government support. So the criteria and the scope of work, the project formulation should be different.
So,
by the way, okay, I want to ask you to consider regarding branding. How we're going to sell Japanese skills that know-how overseas?
that's what we're talking about. No?
Yeah, how? Oh, for example, sushi, I just picked it up. we need to try to discuss more positive instead of negative.
Is there the first, or I don't know, first or second, but at least we need to do this marketing and branding is to let them be aware.
Yeah, let them feel how unique it is. So creating videos like this for a message, not only a video of course, but a whole philosophy, and how you're going to deliver on that philosophy. That's something that you need to think of first, and then you need to distribute that and make sure that people in outside countries become aware of that. Then you need to make sure that you deliver on that concept. It's basically it's just like any other business, but you need to define yourself first. That's the first step we need to do. We need to take.
Okay, one example I tell you. I took dinner at Shanghai, the Okra restaurant. And compare with Okra Hotel, Shanghai Okra restaurant is pricing more than double. Right? So only very rich Chinese can go there. This is not my expectation. Okay, every Chinese people can go to the Japanese restaurant, like steakhouse or teppanyaki. But we went Okra teppanyaki, Okra Hotel in Shanghai. But for people we paid $1,000 more than $1,000, double price. Okay, but normal Shanghai people never go there. Too expensive. So one is one example.
But I mean, people still go there.
Yeah, same taste.
Same taste. Yeah,
But
and maybe
it's-
people are prepared to pay those prices. That's completely depends on how you position your product, who you want to have. If you if that's your market, if that's how you want to sell yourself,
I'm talking about Uniqlo. I have image of Uniqlo. Uniqlo product, if you're going to buy Japan, if you're going to buy Shanghai, price the same, quality the same.
Yeah, okay, but that's a matter of branding. So basically, Uniqlo. Then in that case, Uniqlo positions itself as a consistent around the world. But in the other case, Okura in Shanghai might position itself as a super exclusive Japanese restaurant with unique advantages, and then they
No, my point is not like that. My point is how to export our skill and knowledge overseas, like Uniqlo.
Why?
Okay,
why are you say-
Okra is
they're
very
both
special.
selling it. Okura is selling it, and Uniqlo is selling it. They're only doing it in a different way.
No. Just I'm trying to say, Japan is we're going to have lots of people. We're going to available. We want to export our something to overseas
Yes.
to get back something from overseas.
Yes.
It means we try to eliminate language barriers, go outside. Not exceptional case. More frequent communication we try to need. Asia Pacific and, for example, Japan. But currently we don't have much communication with all those people. Very limited. If you're going to Manila, if you're going to Jakarta, if you're going to Kuala Lumpur, the Okra Hotel, okay, this is price and quality guaranteed, but not expecting the kind of sort of thing. Not limited. This is very limited. Right? How are we going to do that? Japan is isolated from the world.
I don't know, but I think we are talking about this. Shall we have a break and then
Yeah.
start from the beginning again?
Yeah.
Because
Cutting your head.
no, I think we are going around in circles.
Going around.
コーヒー飲みたい人。
コーヒー飲みたい。
Yes, sir.
Yano is sleeping all the way around.
Sorry, today's always my English is terrible, but today is.
This is very important. This is very important. Always your head doesn't work. This is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You try to activate your head.
Okay.
Very important thing.
Let me.
俺また失敗したかな、これやべえな。